Today we're putting two of the biggest brands low spin drivers head to head in the Titleist GT3 and the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond. I'm going to hit a few shots, collect some data and tell you which one is the best. Okay, so we've got the Titleist GT3 here and the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond. This is quite an exciting head-to-head. Callaway obviously dropping this, it's brand new. I've only hit it a few times, where the Titleist GT3, it's been out for a little while, so we generally know how this performs. We understand the tech, we know it's a high performer. So it's going to be really interesting to compare the two. Now, first of all, quick head cover comparison. Both really good. I really like the colour scheme on the Callaway. I like the little Elite badge there, but the Titleist is just so classic, it's classy. Titleist always do a great job of like not overcomplicating things, so I like the simple design. Who do I prefer? Not that it really matters, but probably the Titleist. Anyway, let's put the drivers down. I'm gonna hit a few shots with the Titleist and let's get some baseline numbers to then compare the Callaway to. Right, so the Titleist GT3, what do we know about it? Interesting technology in the crown, a completely new material that's been made by Titleist, so it's mega light, it's mega strong, and what it's been able to do is allow them to redistribute the weight to make this super hot but also more forgiving, so really happy with that. Titleist is obviously a classic shape. You definitely don't need me to tell you how good this looks, because again, it's been out for a while. They are mega attractive clubs, and you really don't want to miss-hit it, because you just want that nice tour player wear spot on these drivers. Right, so shot one. I'm actually going to go at what looks like at that toilet block up there. That's my line. That was a good hit. It's a good start, that. Not bad, not crazy long. Yeah, those are so that was like pretty standard numbers. Hit that like pretty reasonably. Not the fastest swing I've ever done by any stretch of the imagination, but like a great start for the Titleist there. Really solid spin, solid carry, solid total, and you know, good flight. So good marker. Let's hit a few more. Oh yeah, I mean, I love the feel. Like, I absolutely love the feel. It's just a bit cutty, that. It's like a bit fadey. Probably spinning a bit much. Decent ball speed. Probably just over spinning that a little bit for me there. But I love the hit. Something that Titleist have got absolutely nailed, as like beyond how it looks, is the sound and the feel. Like out the center, like the balls feel really soft. The sound is just like perfection. Titleist really care about those sort of smaller details, because it's all about the player experience. So yes, this is a really high performing driver, but Titleist always go that extra mile to make you look good, feel good, and like you want to show this club off to your playing partners, and I think that counts for something. Like, those have both been like decent shots, but they're both like, I would say they're both slightly lower half, so like the ball's spinning up a little bit. Like, both of those shots are like in the fairway, and I would during a round of golf I'd be really happy with them. They're just not like mega impressive numbers on the track. Right, okay. Titleist, we need to produce a bomb here, because I'm a little bit worried that I'm not hitting this miles. I am like really enjoying the experience, and out the face it feels fantastic, but I'm just not quite seeing the numbers that I've seen in previous hits and different fittings. So obviously this is only a 4-ball test for video, so other results may vary. Right, let's see if we can get one drawing out there, because those last couple have been a bit cutty. I just love the way it looks. I was not sure I could hit it better than that. They've all been great hits. Yeah, that was better. Bit more like it, that one. Better carry, better speed, more ball speed. So I would genuinely be really pleased with all 4 of those shots. Every single one of them's hit the fairway. Every single one of them was a good strike, and I've really enjoyed hitting it. But in this head-to-head, we are going to look sort of mainly at the data. So although I've really enjoyed it, I can't really factor that in at the end. Or maybe you can, but I won't. So the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond. Now this is a much more compact head. It's much smaller profile, sort of like heel to toe and front to back. It does have like an exceptionally deep face, which is like a hallmark Callaway Triple Diamond, certainly in the last 3 editions. I really like that this is like a clear black head. I think it looks classic, and I think it sort of frames the golf ball really well. So Callaway have done a brilliant job with that. So I've got this set on 9.5 degrees with the heavyweight forwards, just to try and give me that lowest spinning, hottest face possible. This is like the least forgiving setting that this driver could be set in, so I might suffer a bit with that with off-center strikes, but I really want to see how hot I can get that ball coming off the face. Pull. Oh God, that's going to go miles. Could it? Fairway found. Quite happy there. Interestingly, club speed dropped down there, but very different yardages. Very interesting that. Much lower spin straight off the bat. I'm not going to spoil it. We'll get to the data at the end, but that was a great performing tee shot. Also, what I would say is that the head, I don't know whether it's the shaft and the swing weight that's messing with this, but the head feels much heavier on this driver. So when you strike the ball like that, it feels like a real thump. The Titleist is like, for me, it's really well balanced. So I don't get the same feeling of the strike, where this Callaway feels like a heavy object, like a hammer striking the ball and just like thumps it out there. Okay, shot 2. Let's have a go. That first one was great. Very happy with that. Not a good strike, necky. Be interesting to see how that performs. Much spinnier, not a great strike, yeah. So right out of the neck, ball speeds dropped down, spins shot up. Not a great outcome there for the Callaway. That was definitely me, but that's a good indicator of the performance on the miss hits. Now obviously that Titleist is like well fit for me, and like I just don't feel like I can miss hit that, where that was like basically a shank. So interesting numbers there. Not bad. I mean, and it's another fairway finder. Pretty good, happy with that. Similar, very similar. Also extremely close to that first one I hit. That's like, those are the 2 tightest shots I've hit out of the 2 drivers. Let's get one more out there. These 2 drivers feel extremely different, I would say. Another great drive. So the numbers are coming out here really close, so the comparison's going to be extremely tight. Right, now for the interesting bit, let's go have a look at the data in more detail and decide who's the winner. Okay, so the data here is really interesting, and those 2 drivers are like bizarrely similar. So just on averages, club speed with the Titleist 107.7, club speed with the Callaway 107.2, ball speed, there's only 0.3 of a mile an hour in it. So Titleist 161.2, Callaway 160.9, smash factor 1.5 on both, hit them both really good. Spin was within 11 RPM of each other, which is just outrageous. It's quite a high number at 3,157 and 3,146. But then when we look at like carry distance, Titleist has just eked that out by 4 yards, 266.5 versus 262.5, and total 1 yard difference, 282 for Titleist, 281.3 for Callaway. Now, with the Callaway, I did hit one absolutely rank shot. So I didn't do that with the Titleist. So what I'm going to do is actually just remove that shot and then have a look at the averages, just to sort of see the difference. And now we see the performance has flipped. So the distance is now jumped up, both carry and total for the Callaway, averaging just slightly higher. The spins come down, which is nice, and the ball speeds are now exactly the same. So interestingly, out the center of the face on good strikes, the Callaway Elite TD has actually outperformed the Titleist GT3 in terms of distance, both in carry and in total. However, off-center strikes do happen, and that off-center performance I think is really important. So I didn't really hit a bad one with the Titleist, which actually probably does indicate that it's, you know, I'm comfortable with that driver and it was fit well for me. I have always been a really big fan of Titleist ever since I started playing, so it sort of makes sense that I am a bit more comfortable with that. I like the way it looks, I've got the right shaft, and the head just appeals to me. The Callaway is something new for me. I've never used a Callaway driver for more than just testing, so the shape's slightly different, the head weighting's slightly different, but out the center, the Callaway is a really, really high performing driver. I have tried like the lower spinning, faster clubhead speed drivers there. The Callaway Elite range is fantastic. I really enjoyed hitting all three of the heads, but the Titleist range is great as well. So if you went and got fit for either one of those at a real custom fitting center, then you are going to enjoy that and you are going to get a great performing driver. You just want to make sure that when you're doing your testing, there are some off-center shots included, because those do happen on the golf course. I love the Titleist and I didn't miss hit a shot with it. And the Callaway, well, actually, judging by this, it might just perform a bit better off-center hits, but I know that under pressure in tournaments, I am liable for like a big toe strike or a big heel, just because of the pressure and I'm getting tight. So if I had to pick a winner, I love that the Callaway goes a long way, and out the middle, the performance is amazing. But personally, for me, the Titleist just ekes out ahead of it. I love the shape, I love the feel, and actually when I'm out on the golf course under pressure playing in a competitive match, I want to know that when I make a swing, I'm comfortable finding the center of the face and I'm going to hit more fairways. It isn't just all about distance for me, it's about playability, getting more shots in play and shooting a low score, and if you really wanted me to do that, I'd probably put the Titleist in play. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment of which drivers you'd like to see us put head to head next.